Hi, this is Rob Leo, and in this brief tutorial, we're going to take a look at how you can join a Zoom video conference on a Chromebook. So in this instance, we're looking from the student view at Mr. Leo's class, and you can see Mr. Leo posted a link to a Zoom meeting on the classroom stream. Some teachers may do this on the classwork page. When we launch the meeting, there is no account for the student to log in. The Zoom Chrome app has been installed on all student devices, so there's nothing extra to install. You're simply going to click Join with Video. The teacher is the host of the meeting, and the teacher has enabled a waiting room. So the teacher would have to go to his or her screen and allow participants to join. Once the teacher does so, the student is going to enter the Zoom meeting. Let me pause for just a moment because I'm going to get some feedback here. Alrighty, I've muted my mic on my other computer. So what the teacher can do, and what you're looking at, the student is up here at the top, Nicholas, and Mr. Leo is down here at the bottom of the main screen. The student can change that view. Notice the gallery view option. You can switch if there were more participants. You would see a grid of all of the participants at once. So you can switch back and forth between speaker view and gallery view. You'll notice on speaker view that there is a colored border around the image of the other person. That's just an indication of that's who's speaking. If you want to pin a person, in other words, not make them move, you can click the pin and they will become pinned to the screen, so to speak. Down below, you have your microphone where you can mute and unmute. Notice there's a little drop down here where you can select different mics. I'm using, of course, headphones, but you can use a built-in mic. Video, again, with a drop down. This Chromebook happens to have a front camera and a back camera, and you can toggle between the two. You can also click stop video and you'll no longer appear on screen. Most teachers would most likely want their students to appear on screen. The student really has not too much control over participants, but when they click the participants option, they can raise their hand to ask a question. And you'll notice that the teacher can see that visual cue. They can answer questions, yes, no, go slower, go faster. There's even more commands with a thumbs up, thumbs down, a clap, a coffee cup, in other words, need a break, and a clock option, like I'm away from my screen. You can chat, but notice that the chat is public. It goes to everyone or it goes directly to the teacher. Students cannot chat peer to peer. There's also a share option if the student wants to share their screen. In this instance, the teacher has disabled that functionality. So what the teacher would want to do is enable screen sharing among participants. Once that setting is changed, when the student wants to share, they can share their desktop, which is everything on their screen, or they can share a specific application, which is a specific program that's running. In this case, I've got Chrome and I've got Zoom. Those are the two applications that happen to be running at this moment. Most likely, your best option for sharing is through desktop sharing, so you'll be prepared to share whatever is on your screen. Another thing the teacher can do is initiate a whiteboard. So when the teacher wants to share a screen, they can share a whiteboard, and the teacher can share a bunch of drawing tools on the screen. And you'll see those changes reflected in real time. The teacher just wrote hello. There's a text tool, a draw tool, a stamp where you can draw arrows and other shapes. There's a spotlight tool. So if the teacher wants to provide direct instruction, they can show something on their screen. If the student prefers, the student can enter full screen. You want to use escape on your keyboard to get out of full screen. You can also go to original size or fit to window. That's pretty much it for Zoom on a Chromebook. You'll notice there is also a setting here as well. Again, it's just quick access to your video settings, your audio settings, your accessibility options, any statistics relevant really the students don't need to do too much with the settings. For the most part, they're going to be participants in a Zoom call. The next video, I'm going to show you Zoom on a computer because the functionality is a little bit more robust. So let's have the teacher stop sharing their screen. When the call is over, the student can simply leave the meeting and they will then exit. Thanks for listening, and I hope you found this useful.